Happy AM. Happy AM to you. Oracle Mother Yanis Lamel. Just had a couple of minutes, actually. I was actually following the energy, had me get on the podcast at 10:131. So this is where we are. This is where we are, following what the universe has for us to move in, and this is where we are, full of gratitude. I see I can hear myself. So it's full of love, and I'm grateful that I'm able to be here in this space just to connect with you and energy, those that will see this in their time, in their space, that we're moving throughout time and space. And there is so many different things that in this space that the universe is revealing to us, because there's an energy that we're in. It uncovers so many things. It uncovers things that have been hidden down inside of us, like in our subconscious mind. Things that we buried for many years. This energy is just bringing out the hidden things. That what is truth emet. Truth is really, it's what you make of it. But if it hurts someone, if it offends someone, then is it really truth? And this is where I am. I greet you with love and joy and peace and happiness and abundance and health and wealth. Just on here for a little while, just to share my topic. What is it? Loving yourself as thy neighbor. Love thyself as thy neighbor. That's what we're actually sharing about. And on this journey that we are on, there are so many different challenges and things that we're releasing and letting go. And some of the things that we're releasing and letting go, what is a lie? What is a lie? What is a liar? And, we talk about the father of lives. We always give honor team of energies that are all assisting us here in this now present moment. We welcome you, and we are an open channel for source to flow through. And with gratitude, we honor and respect all of you, the ancestors of the higher realms that are here in this sacred space. We give gratitude to you now. And so we just want to say shout out to everyone that's on Facebook, YouTube, and Messiah Code. And just for here, just a short topic, what the universe has been talking to me about is lies. And I want to read something before I actually start on about a lie, how the untruth happens. So this is a story that says that the snake who lived in the tree of knowledge was a fallen angel who used to be the most beautiful one. As you know, an angel is a messenger who delivers God's message, a message of truth and love. But for who knows that what reason? That fallen angel no longer delivers the truth, which means he delivers the wrong message. So if he's no longer delivering the truth and he's delivering the wrong message, and if he's delivering a half of a truth message and a half of a fake message, then what is he? And so, which means he's delivering the wrong message. The fallen angel message was fear. So the fallen angel message is fear. So we know that fear, I always say fear is a mouth in the corner with a megaphone. And so fear is what's operating in the realm right now. And so fear appearing to be real, but actually it's not real. But the word of God says, my nose is itching. The word of God says, let a man examine himself. Examine yourself. Having the seeing some of the posts and about a lot of the people are experiencing with what is it? ICE people. Yeah. And I heard someone say, do you not have any fear? Do you not have any respect? And my thing is this, that everyone's creating their reality. We are. But in that reality, we are conscious, right? We are conscious, which means consciousness is rising within us, right? Which means we are conscious. So the fallen angel's message was fear instead of love. So what is the message? The message of fear is the message of the lie. So the message of the lie. So when you are telling a lie, that's the spirit of fear. When you are speaking of love, that's the energy of source. And so in my life journey, and I'm just going to you're going to hear a little bit about me right now. As I said earlier today, I'm in that space, but in that space where I am, there's a lot that's being revealed to me about my own self, my own space, and being able to see things that I've hidden from myself that I didn't want to see, that I denied myself. And so the universe is revealing those things and showing me, because I asked a question. I asked a question about where I am and what does someone mean in my life, actually. So I asked that question, and things just began to uncover. The layers began to be pulled off. Truth began to be revealed to me. And so love or fear is the message. Love or fear. Guys are saying that, most of us have lots of gifts and talents. We can say Hasatan, or we can say Satan was the prettiest angel, right? Which I'm reading. They call him a snake, but we have the revelation and understand about that. That he was one of music, right? So he could play music, he could write music, and love or fear. What is the message? And that many times on this path, because we've been outside of ourselves, that we missed it. That we deliberately, because I'm not going to say not deliberately, I'm going to say deliberately, we deliberately want to hurt people on our journey sometimes. We deliberately want to make people hurt, and then we hide. In other words, we throw the stones and we hide our hand. But my guys are saying that you can throw a stone and try to hide your hand, but there's always someone looking. There's always someone looking when you think they're not looking. There's always someone watching. And as the gifts and talents that we have on our journey of being who we are, because we're the most gifted and talented being, source energy, in that we can speak things out of our mouth, but the tree is known by the fruit that it bears. Hi, Thea. The tree is known by the fruit that it bears. So what fruit are you bearing from your tree? And what's being honest? We're gifted and full of talent. And we've been put in these leadership positions. We've been chosen to be in these positions. This is those that have, my guys are showing me that there are those that are in those positions, but they're not in there for the right reason, some of them. Some of them are in there because they're allowing themselves, they get in these positions and then they begin to listen to the physical body. They begin to listen to the flesh, and the flesh, the lust of the flesh, where there is negative energy, where there is lies. And I'm just going to keep it real with you. By the time I get off this live right here, somebody might not even love me anymore, but it's all good, because you know what? I am love. Because I'm going to walk what I walk, and I'm going to talk what I talk, and I'm going to live that which I am. Because everything I have been living from the time I came through that portal to who I am right now, I represent that, I walk that, I talk that, I am that. I have no reason to pretend. I have no reason to lie. The only thing I am is love, and that's the greatest thing in life that I could be, is love. And so when you are in these leadership positions that many of us have been chosen to be, we say we're chosen. We're chosen. We're the chosen people. Oh, I love to hear people say that. We're the chosen people. But you have to live the life. You have to live it. You can't just talk being chosen. You got to be it inside, outside. You got to be it when nobody else is around you. You got to live it. You got to be honest. Because where a lie is, there's cheating, there's dishonest, there's stealing, there's all of that. Every negative energy, when you lie, the father of lies, every negative vibration energy follows it. And then there's this ease connected to it. I'm just keeping it real with you. Because where source is love. And that is all light and all abundance. But when there is lying, cheating, stealing, unforgiveness, that you deliberately hurt people, you deliberately mistreat people, you deliberately try to manipulate people, guess what follows that? Negative energy. But when you love, I'm just keeping it real. This is about you, me. This is about me. This ain't about y'all. This is about me. Loving yourself as thy neighbor. The universe always shows you yourself. And it shows you yourself a lot in many ways. And I'm one that the universe probably showed me so many different things that all the signs that I needed to see. But me, I probably just looked and kept going. I'm one that likes to give people the benefit of the doubt. That, I'm one that likes to help people. And understanding that I like to give from my heart. But there is in your life journey, you can keep yourself from dealing with some emotions and some things when you recognize the signs. You can protect your own heart when you listen to your intuition that's operating in you. You understand? And I can't make excuses for people. I used to make excuses. No, they did this. No. This is the master class. This is the master class. Everybody in this world right now know exactly what they're doing right now. Everyone that's conscious, awakened, and knowing what they're doing, they are aware of what they say to people, what they do to people, what they lie about. They know all about that. There is no excuse for it. This is the time that you are aware of what you are doing. You know when you are lying. You know when you are cheating. You know this. And you know when you are manipulating someone to try to get them to think or try to get them to believe what you say when you know you're the one that's made the wrong decision, but you try to convince them it's not that way. I'm just keeping it real with you. But love, you can't hide behind me. You can't hide behind my path, because every stone that you throw or every word that you speak is what you have to give an account for. You know that, right? I'm just keeping it real. Remember, I'm saying I'm talking about myself. I'm not talking about nobody. I'm talking about myself. I'm healing myself on the podcast. The podcast. I'm just allowing myself to be free. I mean, I was in a bond. Yeah, I was in a bond and with two people, and I just keep it real. And that bond was a new experience for me, and it was where on this journey that I, connected to. It's always an experience. But I learned that in a bond, there is the most powerful thing is being honest, being true, connecting, this connection, connecting, being true. You can't just be true to one and not to the other. You have to be honest with and all the way around. And, on your journey, I'm talking about me. I like to be. the bond that of who I am, where I say who I am, where I was, not there anymore. Um, I believe the universe allowed me to get the experience that I needed to get out of it and understand that what I needed to know, I've known, I got that. I've got that experience, and getting that experience, I'm moving to the next thing in my life, my journey. You know, uh, uh, what is it, polygamy? That's where you start deciding whether you want to be connected, with that. I think I've had that experience of finding that what it really is, what it was really about, and understanding that the way the universe have me as an oracle to go is that um, I asked the question. I asked the universe to show me some things, and the universe showed me that's where I'm not there. That's not my life for me. That's not the journey for me. So I'm just being honest. That's not the journey for me. The journey for me is me walking and continuing to being true who I am. I am not one that support anything that's not honest. That's not true. I don't support anything that doesn't represent source. That doesn't represent the Most High. I don't follow that. I've been walking my path for a long time of source of the Most High of Yahuwah, and that's where I am. But I have to understand that most people, it's not me. I'm me. You can only get the experience through the lessons, and I've gotten the experience through, the lessons. I was able to, connect with my sister, and we able to share things. And I'm just keeping it real. There are parts and things that, was in that place to where some things I shared with her and some things I didn't share with her. And she's like, we're sisters. This is a part of the bond. This is a part of what, you're growing together. You trusting each other. You building, you building this community together. And this is where we bond together, that I can trust you and you can trust me, And there were parts in there where, I didn't share some things, but I was able to share with the individual that was the middle part. But then the middle part that you actually thought was the strong part was actually the part that was playing the two people against each other. Isn't that something? But I'm just sharing, I'm sharing about me, not nobody else. You grow every day. That's one of the words we pulled today. One of the cards was grow and growth. And but I tell you, anything that you're in, whether it's a marriage with one person and one man, and or a relationship with two women and one man, I'm telling you, if you're not honest, if you're not truthful, if you lying and cheating, it's not going to stand. It's not going to stand. The foundation is everything. Anything built off of a solid foundation, it will stand. If it's built off of lies, it's not going to stand. I'm just keeping it real with you. So my journey, and I haven't shared a lot of that, but I have been in one. I mean, I've learned about this right here in the beginning. So this was the part of my the bond, and but I felt like today is a day that because the universe revealed a lot to me last night. And because I asked every time I ask the universe, to reveal some things now, the ancestors to reveal things to me, they do. And I just, I trust that anything that you're going to be in, honesty and truth and respect. Because I find that if you're not respecting the person that you already with, you can't be expecting to bring somebody else in there and expect them to have the same, respect that that you want to have. But when you're not living at yourself, it's not going to work. It's not going to work, because the foundation, there are a lot of things in many people's life that don't work because the people that's the head ain't working it themselves. They don't have a relationship with love with themselves. And so when you off balance, you can't expect somebody else to come in there and bring balance into a relationship when you off balance, when you don't know yourself. You got to heal yourself because you've gone through a lot of trauma and you need to heal yourself. And then you look at the person that's light come in, and then you want to blame them for whatever they do, or you want to change how they talk. But it doesn't work that way. I am love. Say it doesn't work that way. It works from inside. And that inside part that works is that you got to do the work to heal yourself. Heal yourself. You want all these relationships. You want all that, but you're not ready for that. You're not ready for that. You are not ready to be in polygamy. I'm just going to keep it real with you. I may not know everything, but you're not ready to handle all the women because you're not the foundation part of it. And that is honoring and respecting yourself. And that's being the light. We're not the one, the women are not the one with the problem. It's the one that wants the women to be that has the problem because they don't know themselves. Women are creation. They know how nature's supposed to be. Everything operates through her. But when you are off balance and you don't know yourself and you haven't healed yourself and you haven't released everything that you've gone through, it won't work. It doesn't work. I'm just keeping it real with you. I'm just talking about me. I'm not talking about anybody else. So I'm just sharing you a little bit about my life that I'm no longer there. But someone would ask me, what was it like? Well, I'm going to share what was it like. It was like for me, the time that I was there, I had some positive and I had some negative. I had some things that I had to deal with, but I come to find out that most of the things that I dealt with was not because of the female. It was because of the male. It wasn't the female. The female wasn't the one that had the problem. It was the male that had the problem, not the female. Female was actually walking the path, and she was seeing another female because we were bonding together. They were going to be in a it was going to be a sister wife. They were going to be a sister wife, so they had to bond together. They were learning each other, but then if someone doesn't know themselves and their heart is not in the right place, their heart is not in the right place, it doesn't build it together, it takes it apart. And that even with a ministry, if the foundation part of the ministry is not laid on a good foundation, it's gonna tumble. So you got to do healing and heal yourself. And what else? So yeah, that's what I'm sharing about. I'm just keeping it real that you can't. It actually makes your life like it's an illusion. This is what I am love sharing with me, that the very light that you pretending to be, the light that you pretended to be, it's like the illusional light. It's not the real light. And my guys are saying that there are many of you that have so many talents. You can do computer, you can do all these technology, you can record, you can be all this, and then you can write, and then the very hand that source brings to you to bring the flowers to grow up through your garden is the hand of the one that you hurt. How? That's the heart that you hurt. That's the heart that you hurt. The one that come to be the light, you hurt. You hurt them. Why? Or you hurt the one that's already there. Why? You know what? It all comes, my guys are saying, on your journey, is that when you understand that your life, your emotions, are which is energy and action, motion, right? Is that no one actually has power over you because you creator. And so on this life journey experience, a lot of the things that we experience is because we just kept our eyes closed and we didn't want to deal with it. We were such in a place that we wanted to be loved and didn't love ourselves, that we wanted to experience love from somebody else. We wanted to experience love from a man or a woman, and then, God is love, but we wanted to actually feel some hands on us, arms around us, and then not even understanding that the universe will give you exactly what you want. You know that. And that not everybody Not everybody's here for the same reason. Not everybody's here for the same reason. And I already know that I'm in my 60s. Look at that. I'm in my 60s. Isn't that something? I look good to be in my 60s. I'm in my 60s and I have beautiful children. I'm a successful businesswoman. I know why I'm saying it, but I am. Let me finish sharing what was it like? Being in the bond. What was it like? It was what was it like? I got the experience of, you saw me going to New York. I went to New York without them knowing that I was going to New York. I went there and but I'm honestly telling you that honesty is the greatest thing in a relationship. If it's not there, it's an illusion. I'm honestly telling you that when you try to be everything to everyone, it doesn't work. And I find that many people want you around. And I kind of had this at the beginning when I first took my first trip out of the country or out of the state. Let's say out of the state. And I had asked the universe, why me? Why was I picked? Why? And I had asked that, and it's been more clear to me now that the reason why I was picked was not for the right reason. It wasn't for the right reason. It was because whatever it wasn't for the right reason, And I learned that I already knew. I'm just on this path of, allowing myself to be free. I'm not in a bond anymore. I'm not in polygamy. I was on that way to that. I hadn't got there. And but that's not my path. That is for some people, but it's not my path. My path is where I am right now, is Oracle. And I'm not knocking what other people do. I'm only being the light that I am. But I can honestly say, if it doesn't exhibit source, I'm not a part of it. And I'm grateful for where I am, but I'm just telling you that there are wolves in sheep clothing. Wolves in sheep clothing. There are wolves in sheep clothing. There are snakes that climb in the tree and on the ground. And there's a story that you stick your hand in the little thing where the snake is, and he bites your hand. Who was at fault? Was the snake at fault or you? The snake is always going to be a snake. You came into his territory. You put your hand in there. So it would be the same way if like the babies sticking their finger in another child's mouth and they bite their finger. They thought it was something to bite. So who was at fault? The child that put the finger in the mouth. So everything in your life that you choose, that you go through, is your fault. But it's the lesson in the experience. I honestly say that, let me just give gratitude. This is how you heal. I give gratitude for the experience. I give gratitude for the experience and for the one that was doing whatever they were doing. So I'm giving gratitude so you can heal as well as I heal. Because this energy right now is not the place to be in, with hatred, with pain and feeling sorry, because it intensifies. It's intense. So, I'm about change. I'm about creation. I'm about ministry. I'm not about hatred. I'm not about holding grudge. That's not me. I am about, whatever you sow, you're going to reap. I am about that. So whatever seeds you plant in your garden, that's what's going to grow up, and that's what's going to manifest in your life. And, I really trust in myself as that chapter has closed, and that, ministry is everything. Being a light is everything, because humanity needs to see the light. Humanity needs to see the light. And you need to remain the light. I'm talking to myself. Remain the light no matter what you go through. Fall out with people. That doesn't mean that you have to make them feel embarrassed. It doesn't mean that you have to say their name. No, you keep being the light. But the thing is, the universe is saying that allow yourself to be free. So I just, I trust that I'm that light that others can see. I trust that I'm walking that path. I trust that that what you see when you see me on the podcast, that is love, because that's all I am. And I'm not saying that what polygamy, people are in polygamy, is wrong. That's not what I said. I didn't say that. I just said it's not for me. That's what I said. It's not for me. That's all I said. Everybody's here to create their own reality. Whatever you choose to do, that's between you and yourself. It just wasn't for me. I'm walking the path, and I like where I am. I like what I'm doing. I like the place I am. I do. I just know that I can't be put in a box. I can't be put in a box. And I don't do lies. I don't do cheating. I don't do lies, and I don't do cheating. I don't do hurting people either. I don't like hurting people. And I don't like people to take my words in something I didn't say. And because it's all about love. When you are loved, people experience love. They feel love, and they see love, and they know that you are love. I can't speak for everybody else. I can speak for me. I can speak for Yanis. This is Yanis talking. I can speak for Yanis. Yanis is speaking. So if she can speak, I can speak for her. And just the only way to be free is to free yourself, and to be honest and true to yourself. Because when you tell a lie, my mom used to say this, when you tell a lie, you got to tell another lie to cover the first lie that you told. Then you realize the lies just keep coming, because then eventually you forget that you told the lie that you told. You forget that you told that lie, and then you forgot which lie you told. Then it runs out like, man, but I thought you said this. A liar is one that needs to work on themselves. A liar needs to forgive themselves. I don't need you to forgive me. I need you to forgive yourself, because you're the one that told the lie. You're the one that's deceiving others. You need to forgive yourself. You need to heal yourself. That's what it's all about. The tree is known by the fruit that it bears. We have to operate in unconditional love. We have to operate in unconditional love. That's source. We can't operate in unconditional love when everybody's looking. How about when nobody else is looking? When they're not looking? When you're not around that other visual, and you're talking to that other individual, and you trying to say things what they want to say. And no, you got to be honest all the time. Because your heart is the one that's going to feel that. Your heart is the one that feels that. Whatever the motive might have been, or whatever the motive is, I've already released it to the universe. That love is a very powerful word. And many people take it lightly. And many people use it lightly. But love is a vibration. And it really is. And just know that discernment is too. I have discernment. I have the gift of the Most High. I have the gift of prophecy. I have the gift of laying on hands. I have the gift of discernment. I've been operating in those gifts for years. I've been operating in the spirit of source, the spirit of Yahuwah. I have the Holy Spirit. I operate in that. So when I say something has changed, it's not me just saying something has changed. I pick up energy. I feel energy. Impact. I can feel when things have changed, So it's all love for me. It's all love for me. And as I said, it may be a couple of days. I may not be on here, but I am here. And there's a reason why it may be a couple of days, because I'm taking some time to meditate or some time to reflect. We do some reflecting, right? So make sure you follow your heart in everything that you do. Stay in the heart. Let's see who's on here. Agree? That's how you say it? Well, happy new day to you. It's that we're in this energy right now, and in star season light workers, we have to remain focused. We have to remain focused. We have to love each other. We got to stay grounded. I'm just keeping it real. You know what? The fallen ones or the illusional ones don't have to do anything to us, because guess what? Some of us are still asleep, and when we still sleep, we acting unconsciously. Because if you love your neighbor as yourself, love yourself as thy neighbor, guess what? You're going to respect me. I'm going to respect you. You're going to respect your wife. You're going to respect everybody that you're in contact with. That's just keeping it real. It's like that pattern keeps repeating itself over and over in your journey, in your life. My guy's saying it's time to heal. It's time to heal. It's time to forgive yourself. And, it is. I'm just keeping it real. I don't have much more. See if I can read this last part. The fallen angel message was fear instead of love. The story described the fallen angel as the prince of lies. You know what the prince of lies, the principalities, we just talk about that in Ephesians. Principality, that's all lies. That's what, it just keeps going. Just keeps going. Rulers of darkness in high places. Which means that he was an eternal liar. And there is eternal liar. A liar until he heal himself is an eternal liar. It says your father is, you know who your father is? Your father is the father of the devil. Your father is the father of lies. So when you tell a lie, who's your father? When you lying, who's your father? When you cheating, who's your father? Source is all love. It didn't say Source was a liar. It didn't say Source was a cheater. No, it says Source is love. According to the story, the Prince of Lies was living in the tree of knowledge. And the fruit of that tree, which was knowledge, was contaminated with lies. The tree, let's say, I'm going to use this say Eve went to the tree and she ate the fruit. So the tree that she ate from was the tree of knowledge. And it said it was contaminated. So she ate a fruit that was lie, was contaminated. So it wasn't of truth. It wasn't fruit that gave her life, but it was something that carried on something negative. I say that. I like that. We went to that tree and we had the most incredible conversation with the Prince of Lies. We were innocent. But we ate the lie. We believed the liar. And the liar, because we believe the liar, we just keep hearing the liar. And so we keep repeating lies instead of being honest and true. We want to be a leader. You can't be a leader. There's many ministries. Do you not know that there are many ministers that are coming out telling truth now on how they have been deceiving humanity? Don't fall backwards. Go forward. Be the light. Don't go backwards. Go forward. Be the light. My guys are saying the hand that is the love of Source is the hand that you are say trying to deceive. But we know who the deceiver is. He's the father of lies. You know that, right? Well, anyway, the kingdom of heaven is within us. You're the only one that can heal yourself. Heal yourself. Rise above the storm. You don't have to ask me to forgive you. Forgive yourself. I'm not your judge. I'm not your jury. I'm not even your God. You are. You're the creator. So work on yourself, because I am. I am all love, and all love is within me. All love is within me. I give love, I receive love. I accept love. I am walking in abundance. I am fulfilling my purpose. I am connected to all. Unconditional love is my guide. There's one truth, one law. I create. I am a divine being having a divine human experience here in my heart on planet Earth. I'm whole, perfect, strong, powerful, loving, harmonious, and happy. Just make sure that you know what it is that you're getting into. Make sure what you're getting into is something that you want to get into from your heart. It may look right or it may not be right, but just make sure this is something that you want to do. Not because the lust of the flesh wants you to get into that, but really, unforgiveness holds you up from your abundance. You know that, right? Unforgiveness holds you up from your bliss, your blessings. You know that, right? If unforgiveness holds you up from that, lying and cheating does also too. They all come from the same root. We have to walk in forgiveness. We have to heal. So, thank you everyone that joined me on this little short podcast. Yeah. I came home just to get me some of the food I cooked yesterday. And look at that. Look at that tree on there. Do y'all see that tree? Find your strength. Find your strength today. Find your strength. Healing. Find your strength. I'm finding my strength. My strength is within me. I am all that is and all that has been and all that will ever be. But just know that there are those that still sleep, try to take advantage of your strength and think you don't know what you know. I seen a post where somebody say, just be quiet. Be quiet. And then when you open up your mouth, they'll be so shocked that you have such much knowledge and wisdom that they actually thought you didn't know anything. And then what you already know, influenced them to realize that, hey, she does know a lot. Right. I do know a lot. I'm a business owner. I have my own business. I know a lot. I know a lot. I didn't just get there. I walked the path. So, thank you. Until we connect again. Oracle Mother Yanis. Oracle Mother Yanis. Oracle, the Oracle of Love and Free Will. Oracle Mother Yanis is who I am. Until we connect again, hey, let's roll and let's keep being the light. Let's move forward. Don't move backwards. Let's ground ourselves and know that we are the master. And that everything that we do in this reality, we have to give an account for it. Because the energy is so intense right now. You mistreating somebody, guess what? That energy is coming right back at you. You lying, you stealing, you cheating, that energy is coming right back at you. I'm just keeping it real with you. 3-Eye Atlas is revealing, uncovering a whole lot of stuff that's been hidden that you thought that you got rid of. No, you have to face that. So, again, have an amazing day. Shalom.